Hello, everyone. Hi, Danny here. And today I want to talk about the love that I experienced in the home I grew up in. A few days ago, I started a crowdfunding campaign for myself, seeking financial help to get out of the state of burnout that I currently am in. And when I posted it on my account on X, I have since yesterday been getting quotes and quotes mostly because I disable comments of people telling me to go back home, that there is love at home, or people telling me that, oh, my father wants me, or people telling me that if someone went as far as posting a screenshot of the text, like a text screenshot that I got dragged for in 2023, where I told my father that if every time he reached out to me to talk to me, all he had to do was condemn me to hell, that I did not want to talk to him and that he should not reach out to me and that he should leave me alone. That's literally what I said, and I was dragged for days. Now, somebody has gone as far as posting it up. And I find it so funny that because my parents are pastors and I am a whore, it is believed that they are the good ones and I am the bad one. And to be honest, that's okay. But I want to come here and explain to you guys what I experienced in my family house as love, right? I was raised with severe physical, emotional, psychological abuse. Severe. I have been tied hands and legs, beaten, thrown into the storeroom, and forgotten for I don't know how long, but the rest of the house went on like I wasn't there. I have been starved because on different occasions, either because I eat out of the food when it is cooking or I did something and that is what they wanted to use to punish me. I have been sleep deprived in the sense that when the rest of the house is asleep, I would be awake on my knees carrying, let me show you, carrying this stool like this for hours when the rest of the house was asleep. Like my parents would put me on that punishment and go to bed in their room. Not once, not twice. I have scars all over my body from being beaten and being knocked around by my mother and my dad. The first time anybody ever called me a prostitute, it was my father. I have been told that I do not deserve anything good from them and that if they could get away with not providing for me to boot, they would. My father has told me that if he did not see me get pulled out of my mother's body, he would suspect my mom for infidelity because I couldn't be his child. I have been told on several occasions that I would be killed and nothing would be felt. There would be no sorrow or no pain or no mourning because they had sons. My baseline of normal, what I know as love, is abuse. My parents would do these things and then once in a while, buy me maybe a few more clothes than they buy for my brothers or something like that. And then give it to me as gifts. And then turn around and tell me that they do more for me than they do for my brothers, and that I am ungrateful. And that I didn't even deserve it to even start with. So when you tell me to go back home, that I am loved at home, that is what you're telling me to go back to. I emancipated myself from my parents knowing that I lacked any survival skill except fight, flight, or fawn. Like that's the only skill for survival that I possessed. Like my talents and all of that, the things, the artistic pursuits I had were personal. I never did them to survive. I never did them because like I needed to put food in my mouth. I did them because if I did it, I felt like I would go mad. I felt like I would lose my mind. So at the time that I separated myself from my parents, I did it knowing that I didn't really know anything about surviving outside of their provision, and I still did it because, to be honest, it had gotten to a point where I would rather starve than ask them for help, because every time I asked them for help, they reminded me how I did not deserve to get help from them. And all this is before I even started any of the things that I do that they claim to hate me for. The first time I smoked, I was in my 20s. The first time I had sex, I was like already 20. Yeah, I was already 20 the first time I smoked and had sex. Um, I did start posting my intimate media online, like to make money off of it, when I should have started because I was considering how my family would feel. If I had started at the time that people were telling me, my life would have gone a lot more different and I wouldn't be running a crowdfund campaign right now. And to the people who keep talking like they know my parents, you don't know these people. I do. I lived with them for till I was 23. Even before because my parents are in the US, before they left the country, the last night my father and I were in the same house together, he beat the shit out of me because I was wearing waist beads. He beat the shit out of me and tore the beads off my waist. My dad had like the kind of hey God, y'all don't even know these people, man. Y'all don't even know these people, but because I choose to live the way I choose to live, which is however I please, you think that I am definitely the problem. And that's okay. But that won't stop me from continuing this crowdfund campaign because, to be honest, I'd rather die than go back to my parents to ask them for anything. I'd rather let the hunger kill me. That's how much I don't want to ask them for anything in the way of help, because every time they remind me why I don't deserve anything good from them. And I know that I'm not the only person, especially Nigerian, who has these kinds of experiences. Like, we're a lot. But unlike you guys, I cannot pretend like it didn't happen, because it's the same pretend that my parents pretended that their abuse did not happen that led them to doing the same things and even worse to me. All right, like, this scar here is fading. Yeah, this scar you're seeing here has been on my hand since I was in GS2, and how I got it was, um my mother put a knife on the gas cooker, switched it on, waited till it got hot as fuck, and branded me and my younger brother. Our crime, we ate her raisins. We ate raisins. That's the love you're telling me to return to. That's the love you're like, oh my God, go back home. Your parents like, no, they don't. They love an idea of me that they have in like their head. Yo, I was born left-handed. I was born using my left hand. I have no memory of that. I have no memory of being a southpaw. I had to be told. Do you know why? Because they beat it out of me. They beat me till I forgot that I was left handed. And I had to be told several years after. I think when I was either an adolescent or 18. So No, I'm not going to go back to my parents to ask them for shit. I have reached out to my aunties, like two of my aunties and one of my cousins, because I'd rather like have to go beyond my parents to beg than beg my own parents. I shouldn't have to beg my parents for shit. So I won't, because they are my parents. And seeing as they have made it clear time and time again that they would rather not be my parents, I let them have that. And that's how it's going to stay. No matter how you guys try to shame me for leaving my home where I was raised to accept abuse as love, yeah, I'm not doing that, man. And see, people shaming me about not being successful in creating adult content. Uh, you guys were here when somebody came out and chose to be the reason I killed myself. Twice, even. And you guys have witnessed me get dragged ever since I came on X. And that takes a toll on someone. Like, as much as I have a large threshold for pain, thanks to my parents, even I have limits. You feel me? So, yeah, all of that deeply affected my ability to flow creatively, and I haven't really been active in doing that. And the times that I try to be active, I'm only met with negativity, insults, and the like. So yeah, um, I suffered a very huge disconnect that made it hard for me to dedicate my time and effort into doing that properly, because I felt like, what was the use if I always get insulted? And it got to a point where this thing that used to bring me so much joy, like taking pictures of myself and looking at myself and seeing my beauty, like it became so difficult for me to do because of the negativity that keeps coming my way. And I'm only a human being, I'm not a robot. Like, I do know that I have phenomenal cosmic powers as the personification of the divine that I am, but I am still a human being. And there is only so much I can carry on my own. And to the person who contributed something, like who sent that 1,000 naira to me yesterday, I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful, because I had almost no expectations. I just did the crowdfund thingy because I didn't feel like I had any other choices. Like, so to you who saw my cause and showed me that kindness, may kindness always find you where you need it. Thank you so much. And the crowdfunding is not going to end. I don't know how much I am going to get from it, or if I'm going to get more at all, but I'll still keep it running because I want to believe in myself. You feel me? I'm not going to stop. And if by the time it ends, that is all I get, I tried. I tried to show up for myself, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. And if you guys love my parents so much, just go and adopt them, bro. Like I dash you for real. Like I dash you. Because as it stands, I don't talk to them. I only talk to my brothers, occasionally talk to my uncles and aunties. Okay, very occasionally, but I don't talk to them. And that's a choice that I made for my good and my mental health, and I stand by it. And nothing anybody is going to say will ever make me feel ashamed for leaving a place where I was never appreciated and I was treated like I was wrong for existing. I am never going back there, no matter how you guys try to shame me, no matter how you insult me, no matter what you say. I am never ever going back to depending on my parents. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.